Hello dear creatives, welcome to today's class. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers, both old and new. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I promise to be bringing more tutorials as often as I can. So today we learn how to make a Zara cap with a rose embellishment, and I'll be creating an applique that will be used by the side of the Zara cap. Alright, so without wasting time, let's get started. This is the fabric I'm using. I'm using a poly fabric, shiny poly fabric, of which you can make use of any other fabric of your choice. I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric, okay, and the length, which is the hair circumference, measures 26 inches, okay. The length of this fabric, which is the hair circumference, measures 26 inches. Please cut it from the stretchy part of the fabric. And the width measures 18 inches. That's the depth, 18 inches. This is for the Zara cap. This is for the rose design, okay, and it measures 38 inches by the width, 8 inches, 38 inches for the length, and 8 inches for the width design. We'll also be making use of this foam. This is 1 inch foam, and the length is 36 inches, the width 3.5 inches. And another thing we'll be needing is our mako. We'll be needing our mako. The length for this mako is 18 inches and the width is 3 inches. You can use 2.5 inches depending on your preference. So having stated down the materials and the measurements we'll be needing, I'm going to set this aside. While we go ahead now, I'll show you how to work on the Zara cap. So the first thing we do here, fold your fabric into two. Fold it into two on the hair circumference side. This will enable us to locate the center of our fabric. So go ahead and make a notch. Open it up. Let the right side face your work surface and the wrong side face you. So this is the right side of my fabric and this is the wrong side. Get your mako, fold into two. Then use your chalk. Make a mark at the center. So align the center of the mako with the center of the fabric, as you can see me do. Make sure that both aligns together. Okay, this is the center of my fabric. So watch what I'm doing. You can see. So after folding in the edges like this, you take it to your sewing machine. Then you go ahead and stitch it down. Please note, you're not stitching on top of the mako. Okay? On this allowance or the fabric that you folded in, just stitch it down a little, just to hold it in place. You can see, just stitch it down straight. So I'll take this to my sewing machine. I'll sew it down, then I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. Sewing it. This is how it looks. Okay, this is the wrong side of the Zara cap and this is the right side. So the next thing now to do, go ahead and fold it into two. Remember, this is the right side of our Zara cap. Fold it into two. Then go ahead and measure your hair circumference. Remember, we are working with a stretchy fabric and the normal hair circumference is 22. So I'll be closing it now on the hair circumference of 11 inches. When you open it up, it will give you 22 inches. So I'm going to take it now to my sewing machine. I will sew all the way down and I'll send it to my weaving machine. I'll weave it, then come back. I'll show you on how to embellish your Zara cap. I've closed up the Zara cap. So the next thing now, I'll just send it to the weaving machine. Then we'll go ahead and make our gathers. So right now, moving over to the design that will be on at the back of the Zara cap. And remember, this measures 38 inches for the length and 8 inches for the width. This 36 inches by 3.5. So spray your fabric on your work surface like this. Then place the foam on top of your fabric, leaving a bit of allowance at the edge and also at this edge. Alright, then go ahead and fold the remaining fabric. Okay, I have my pin. I'm going to pin it down now. So this is what you're going to do. Arrange it. Bring the two. So I've gone ahead to pin it down from one end to the other. So you can actually do this without having to pin it down. The pinning down is optional. I just did it for the sake of beginners. All right. So right now, get your needle and your thread. Fold in this edge. Okay. Fold in this edge. This will help us to achieve a neat finishing at the end. You can see. Then start gathering it up with your needle and your thread. So I'm getting to the tip here. So you go ahead and be removing your pin. But please make sure you're not gathering the foam. Just the tip of the fabric. Don't sew on your foam or don't gather your foam. So I'll just continue like this till I get to the end of the fabric. So I'll do it, then I'll show you the next thing to do. So once I got to the end of the fabric, so I went ahead and pulled my thread. Okay, so this is what I got after pulling the thread. Okay, so the next thing now is just for us to adjust it to give us that beautiful round rose. All right, look at what I did. So this is the front and this will be the back view. So I'll do this, then I'll secure it properly using the same needle and thread. Okay, so I'll use the same needle and thread. So just make sure you tack it down firmly. So make sure you adjust and tack till so this is what I got. You can see how it is. So the next thing now is for us to attach it at the back of our Zara cap.